Today we're going to be talking about my top 3 cigars so far this year that I have tried. So, welcome back to another video, guys. My name is Zach. I'm 23. I make cigar videos. These videos are never really edited unless it's a smoky video, and then there is not really much editing going forward in those. So, if you do enjoy that kind of content, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It really does help my channel. We're on the road to 300. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Now, if you don't know this about me already, I keep track of all my cigars I've tried. This is my journal, guys. I'm a nerd. I like this. I'm a newbie, so maybe I'm a little nerdy about it. Whatever. I also have journals for everything. That's just me, though. So, I'm going to be going over some of the cigars that I've truly enjoyed this year so far. I know we're only in April. So this is probably late April when you guys are seeing this video. So I do have some cigars that I've really so far enjoyed. And this actually picks up where I've tried I'm probably about 40 cigars deep so far this year of new brands I've tried. So I would like to give some of my favorites. And of course, we'll hit this video probably 2 more times this year. I just want to go over, quarterly review of the cigars I've liked. So 4 more times, really. So yeah, with that being said, let's get into the book. I call this my humidor log. I'm a little bit of a nerd. And I'm only going to be going over cigars that I've ranked an 8 or above, because I tend to have a scaling where a 7 just meets my expectations. I'd smoke it again. Below a 7, it's probably got some things I didn't like about it. Burn, which is usually an operator error. Tastes like straight up wood to me, which has happened before. I could tell you a cigar I've done that with. There's other cigars I've tried, and my palate's too new to really understand the notes, I feel like, sometimes. So that's also a big thing. And I can tell you I'll tell you guys first off, before I get into my top 3 that I really liked, let's get into number 1 I really disliked. I don't talk about this one enough, but I think I made a video about it at some point on this channel. Is the Ashton. I don't remember what it was called. It was an Ashton Cordal, something like that. I can't remember, but bro, it was bitter and it tastes like pepper. I was like, never again, not smoking this thing. Anyways, that's it for my hated cigars. Let's get into most liked. So, if you can't tell, I'm a little stuffed up. It's early in the morning. My first cigar that I truly, truly enjoyed was the Davidoff Winston Churchill. When I say I don't care about the price of a cigar, that thing was good, bro. I enjoyed that so much. It's probably one of my most written down things. I smoked that back in February. I got some good notes of smooth cedar, pepper, and fruit. I think that was one of the first cigars I smoked where I got like this dried fruit taste from. I truly enjoyed it. It was something new to me. Now, I haven't really been able to pick that much off other cigars that I've tried, so it might have been something that just really stood out in that one for me. Would I smoke again? Yes. Would I buy a box? Yeah, if I could. Them joints are expensive, bro. Now, yeah, so the Winston Churchill was one of my favorite cigars by far so far this year. Do I plan on smoking it again? No, very much so. Now, there's a 9 out of 10 on this page. I actually have 2 8 out of 10s and 9 out of 10, but we're going to go with the 9 out of 10 because I know there's one cigar so far I've given a 10 out of 10 to, which some may disagree with. But I have the Diamond Crown Connecticut. Just overall, a very good smoke. I truly enjoyed it. I believe I had a cup of good old coffee with it. Dude, notes of pepper, cream, toasted nut. I mean, overall, it was just a very nice cigar. Like, I had no complaints. It was a little pricey for what it was, but it was very good. So, would I smoke that again? Yes. Would I buy a box? Yeah. Again, I don't think I mentioned this either. Anything that's a 9 or above, box worthy. So, very good to me. I do have an honorable mention in here. I'm going to go ahead and do that before we get to number 1. The Olivia Serie V Melanio. That was the first cigar that I really picked up some very distinct notes from, in my opinion, where it came like I could just taste the coffee and the cocoa from this cigar. Like, it was just so chocolate, I would say, not even cocoa. It was just there. Like, I knew what I was tasting. I smoked, I believe, the Robusto of this. It was very small, box pressed, I believe. And I gave it a 9 out of 10. It was that good. I really enjoyed it. I never had this one before. It had been sitting in my humidor for a while aging, which obviously aging to me is like a few months. So it was one of the cigars I first picked up. So that thing was sitting in there for like 3 months before I actually touched it. it was delicious. I truly enjoyed it. I actually plan on getting a 5-pack of those and just throwing them in the humidor and forgetting about them. That's what we're going to be doing pretty soon. I believe that's such a good coffee cigar. Too bad I had that like 10 o'clock at night, or I would have brewed me up a cup of joe with that thing. It's so good, bro. Now I've heard people say that cigar is a full body. I didn't think so, but it was very good. So most of you know this if you watched my channel, what my #1 cigar so far this year is, because I literally bought a box, 10 out of 10, had to have it. It was the Undercrown 10. It's a phenomenal cigar, guys. It's the all decked out. It says it right on the bottom. It is, I got notes of cocoa spice, hot chocolate, and like this cherry like flavor. It was so good. I have never enjoyed a cigar much more than I've enjoyed that one. If you get the chance to pick up one of those for the price that you can get them for, it is so worth it to me. The smoke is like this velvety, like, it's not like cream, it's not like a heavy smoke, or like, it's just this very velvety smoke. 10 out of 10. I really recommend this cigar if you've never tried it. Yeah, it was a very, very good one. I truly think that might be my cigar of the year. Now, hold on. Before I say that, there's a couple big cigars coming out this year I look forward to trying. We got the My Father, no, not the My, there is a new My Father coming out, I'm pretty sure. There's a Perdomo Father and Son Legacy. There's the Rocky Patel Sapphire. So I do look forward to trying all those, and I do have a couple of cigars in the humidor that I look forward to smoking that could win over. I don't know. But yeah, guys, that's kind of my top 3 cigars of the year. I really recommend, if you smoke and you're new and you haven't gotten too deep in your drawer, even if you have gotten deep, keep up, like, you can do your phone with notes. I'm a nerd. I like a book. You can write it all down in a book, and you could always look back on what cigars you really did enjoy, what you didn't. I like my journals. This is a cool one. I got this out in Seattle. I've talked about it before. But yeah, that is my video for my top 3 cigars, guys. If you made it this far in the video and you're still thinking about hitting the subscribe button, do me a favor and go ahead and do it. I'm going to be posting every other day. I got videos consistently coming out. Just hit the sub. Now, if you liked what I was doing and you're not ready to hit the subscribe button, that also helps my channel. I would really appreciate it if you did hit that like button, guys. But with all of that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and later, skaters.